Hey everybody, it's free to play Bust. Actually about to jump back into some constructed here. I've been playing expeditions for the most part for the past 3 months. When I started up the free to play Bust journey here, I'd really intended on mostly just playing constructed. I really wanted to focus on kind of how to get by on the budget, kind of some strategies it takes to uh, really perform at the top levels without investing any money in the game. But it turns out Runeterra was pretty free to play friendly. I've got a full collection on here, no problem. All I did was just play a bunch of expeditions, and then expeditions just turned out to be super fun, and so I stuck around with it. Um, but I'm just sitting in Masters 4, and I want to get to the ranked part of Masters, or Grandmaster, or Challenger, whatever the fuck it's called on here. we'll get there. It's just a matter of playing a bunch of games. But this is the deck I've been trying to familiarize myself with it a little bit. I haven't really played too much constructed seriously since I jumped into Masters, and that was about a month ago. I think that I hit Masters right before the patch came out where Hecarim got nerfed, and so at least when it comes to deck building here, I'm just starting out with Swimstrim's Elusives deck. I just Google searched Runeterra decks and clicked on the first one on the list and found the first aggro deck I'd like to play. And this was it. I've been having a good amount of fun with this. It's pretty cool. I'll see if I can't make any edits to it that I like. Through my years of Magic, you kind of find that there will be people like that just post a deck list every day, or 15-20 different deck lists, and it's probably a good start, but it's far from being the optimized 40 of 40. And so we'll see. I want to jump into some more games with this, see if there's anything I'd like to edit or change, and otherwise we'll just be moving along and trying to jump up into ranked masters, grandmasters, challenger, with whatever the fuck is called rating on here. But yeah, just the standard elusives deck at this point. I've been pretty happy with it so far. I'm not quite keen on these denies and spirits refuges. I do like the one battle fury, but I'm far from being an expert at this point. I'll say expert at expedition, probably expert at standard or constructed, not so much. But being able to jump to masters is more than what most people can do. So we'll call ourselves an expert from that point of view. But let's go ahead and jump in. With these, I like to get in about 5 games and then kind of reassess things and see where we stand. Okay, so yeah, we're at 40 LP Masters 4. I guess that's what people call it. I don't know. I spent so much time. It was like I got to Platinum and thought that was Diamond, and then played through Diamond and was like, I thought we were going to get to the ranked part, and then realized we were still in this Masters tier. I guess this Masters tier is essentially what you would consider rank 5 to 1 in Hearthstone to be. Not super sure. With these hands, I don't like any of this. I don't like starting with these conspirators unless I already have a Blade Scout or an Omen Hawk, and I don't really want to just keep one because our chances of drawing one of these ones is fairly low, and if we don't hit one of our ones, it's just going to be terrible. So that's a much better start. It's a bit awkward starting with a 5 and a 7, but the awkwardness continues. But Duo's here to kind of save the day.
That's my resting face.
Good chance it just gets hit with Mystic Shot, playing the OTK Ezreal deck, or combo Ezreal, whatever people decided this should be called. And this is fine. We'll certainly trade with this given the opportunity. The thing that gets me kind of weirded out is like when we have these clearly not aggressive starts, I do prefer to just boost Zed with a Jolt Protector, but we're falling pretty far behind. Because like even if we try to do that, we just don't have the plays. If these 7s were some kind of reasonable unit, we would be okay with
without a sound.
Kind of moving towards that direction, but we just can't do it here. I think we want to take the hit from the boom crew, or from this thing. That's rough. Like we can't what's he gonna draw? What's he gonna draw from our deck? Like mainly combat tricks. We just can't do that.
Hold up.
This is a little risky here, in that it opens up the removal spells that can really answer our Zed. But we do have Twin Disciplines for future turns. He didn't have a trick here, so I don't really want Zed to get electrostatic shocked.
They picked the wrong row?
Seize control.
This is fine. If he tries to shock it here, then we can Twin Disciplines. And if he doesn't, then we just keep that spell mana banked up. He chose to not block, so our Zed's gonna flip here. Pretty important that it protects him from Mystic Shots as well now.
The world's a big place.
Sure. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot we can really do about this Ezreal, but we can play the Jewel Protector and shut down his attacks this turn. Then we can boost our Conspirator to block with in the future.
Sounds dangerous.
He's not super close to actually doing a lot with Ezreal. And here, I'm cool with taking down the Pickpocket with this thing. We're just going to have to eat this damage. We're falling pretty far behind.
Time to go. Nailed it.
But at least him spending his mana here onto our Jewel Protector keeps him from playing anything else on board. Just going after Zed, that's fine. So we can technically open to try to get in with a spirit token, but I just don't think that seems particularly good. I think I'm more interested in bouncing Jeweled Protector, and then replaying the Jeweled Protector to boost one of these Omen Hawks.
Stay safe. I'll take it from here.
Oh shit, I was the mana short of doing that.
I will unite the Freljord.
That's okay.
You're between me and glory. Obstacle? Meat gauntlet.
Meat Gauntlet? The fuck's a Meat Gauntlet?
The time is right. Strike
Sure.
now.
He's just giving up his Ezreal, so I'm assuming he has another one. That strikes me as strange that he would take that line. Then just have to get these Omen Hawks down as blockers. I do, given the opportunity, like to play two of them in the same turn. It's much more powerful to give 2 units +2/+2 as it is to give 1 unit +1/+1, and then an additional 1 unit +2/+2. We're gonna have our big boomers online, and he sacrificed his Ezreal. I'm not real sure on what bro's doing here. I mean, do we even really want to block with these? What if we do it like this? I think I like this more. Or if we want to spend elixir. No, I think I just want to get this off board. We can block Ash with this and elixir up. I don't think I quite want to do that. Take heart, sure.
I hope this works.
I'd say there's like a 90% chance we're going to get hit with harsh winds here. Zed was an interesting draw. I was intent on just playing one of these Wayfarers, but would we rather just play Zed? I think so. Because, right, we're just going to get hit with harsh winds, and so if we're going to get hit with harsh winds, we at least want to be able to push more through.
A true Freljord
Sure.
welcome.
It's unfortunate. He's going to have to block our Jewel Protector, though. I assume he'll do it with this, and then we can Elixir of
My
Iron.
life for Avarosa.
Okay. So that's fine. His Ezreal has a ways to go to flip, so there's a good chance we can just kill him on our next turn. I think I want to go ahead and play one of these hatchlings. Okay.
Show me a target.
Okay.
Avarosans, stand together.
So we're probably just gonna have to Will of Ionia Ash if he goes through with this. I mean, we can block her with the Navori Conspirator.
Arrow flies. Avarosa, guide me.
And he's gonna have Crystal Arrow, so we'll have to open attack on our turn. Which I think is okay. Or would we rather block like
You
this?
call that sneaky?
We can technically just put Zed in front of her. Oh no, we can't. Okay. So we can replay Ash, but he can't play any more spells here.
Backfired.
That's fine. You should have to block with Ash. And then Harsh Winds our other two units. He won't have a chance to Harsh Winds before we attack. Okay. So he can Harsh Winds both of our Zeds, though. So given that, we'll want to play the Hatchling first. Can do all this.
Eyes open. Watch for branches.
They'll never see me coming.
We're gonna get his Crystal Arrow. Yep. So we can still attack with this. And then he's gonna have to play his Harsh Winds on our one unit still.
Get the drop on him.
Okay. Good game. Yeah, I was completely planning on just playing a whole bunch of constructed, but if you were a Magic player and you're old enough to remember block constructed being a thing, it gets old fucking fast. And so, like, there were a lot of fun like block constructed formats like for 2 weeks, But having to play like block constructed for a whole season was just miserable. I don't think they don't as I don't follow Magic completely as much as I used to. Here we can probably keep Wayfinder. I think this is the Corina deck. This is like just a control deck that tops out at Corinas. Mostly plays spells. I don't know. We might want to try to be a little more aggressive than the Wayfinder. But yeah, like I think now you kind of have the choice to where if you want to play, you know, like limited or constructed PTQs, and constructed gets kind of mixed in with modern and standard, and it's not like where it used to be, just to where you know, there were like seasons and you were playing the same format for like 3 and 4 months in a row, and so some of those formats were block constructed, which was just fucking miserable. We were playing multiple block constructed Grand Prix, which was fun because I really loved playing Blue-Green Madness, but miserable in the sense that you had to play so much block constructed to get ready for events. But that's kind of my issue with one set Runeterra is I find it kind of hard to get real excited about it. Here, he can't Withering Wail us, so I want to go ahead and get my Conspirator online. There's a chance I should just be banking all this spell mana, and then just trying to get more attacks out of this Blade Scout. But I think I'm content with just getting my 2 units going. Sure, having mana next turn for Twin Disciplines, and then trying to lean on this Jeweled Protector with the Blade Scout.
Quietly now.
I don't know, perhaps I should have waited on a better elusive. We're never attacking through this stuff. Excuse me. I don't want my unit to die to like a Withering Wail. Yeah, I probably should have saved the Protector for, or yeah, this dude onto the Conspirator. Our hand is pretty awkward. Sure. Sure.
Quietly.
He knows this is coming. He should have... I mean, he's not going to be able to race us. We have a Deny if he has a Corina. None of his units are particularly scary when we have these 2 Willavaonias. I mean, I think we're kind of okay if we can get one of these big booming attacks in here.
Step lightly.
Yep. Then we'd rather just trade for this on the attack. If he attacks with this next turn, we'll try to take a block on it. We want to protect this. This is kind of our only way to continue getting damage in. It strikes me as odd as he's blocking with like spider cards onto this. I'm gonna have to imagine that he has like another Withering Wail or a Vile Feast or something he's planning on using on this Protector. His board's getting a little scary. If this guy's enough to keep him from attacking, we'll be okay with it. It's going to take us 2 attacks to kill him anyways, and so I'm okay with just playing this defensively. Sure. He discards a Corina. Okay.
Open. Watch for branches.
Down from the trees! Strike for the balance.
Okay, these are our good attacks.
You have to get me out of here!
I think this deck typically just plays 2 Corina. He's already discarded 1, so it's reasonable chance that he has another Corina in his hand.
Like a flower, Zon will bloom.
Okay,
A deadly bloom.
good deal. Really like to open up the spot on our bench, and this attack does nothing. Okay, I think I'm still going to keep coming at him with our big boomers here. I don't think we're really at the stage where we want to be recalling our own units.
Be gone.
Sure.
My pocket!
I am Electros, the King's Shield. Let the dead rest.
The order rewards its faithful.
Okay, I think we're fine. We should have enough blockers for this, and then if we need to bounce it, we can. But I'm perfectly content with just putting a Jewel Protector in front of it, just to get another elusive in. What you got? Withering Whale? That's fine. Need to play you now. Otherwise we can't block its fearsomes or anything.
Our blade will still see the job done.
It will be done.
Let's get that taken care of. We can play Green Glade Duo and open. It should be pretty close to lethal. He's played 2 Withering Whales and 1 3 damage thing, so we probably need to be looking to deal like 14 to him. So we should have a 2,
My plans.
6, 10, 14.
The Yordle here.
But if he has 3 damage thing, we're gonna only be losing one of our damaging units. Sure. Okay. He discarded a Ladros. 4, 8, 10. This guy would be 12.
Beckons.
And a Zed. Okay. Think we're okay here. Sure. Wow, would he Choose Lifeblade. That has me suspect, but this probably isn't going to be lethal, so I want to get the Zed on to try to wear down some more of his units. He discarded Commander Ladros to card, which I thought was a bit suspect, but if he had to discard him to keep another spell, then we were probably just winning that game. Good friend, double A battery. Okay, so this hand curves. Maybe a Tryndamere. Is this like typically like the Warmother's Call deck or something? That seems ultra slow. I think we can do without Will of Ionia. And then just try to make curved plays here. Almost skipped my attack. It's been a while. I'm usually pretty good at skipping my attacks. Interesting. I think I'd rather just play Conspirator here as opposed to Greenglade Duo. I really don't want to be running into a Vile Feast. All these units used to be so monstrous. I forgot what it was like having this be a 3-2. Okay, that's fine. I think I have to be on board with just a 1-for-1 avalanche, but I have to think that that means that you know, it's not so much that let me think of how to word it. That was his only answer to Zed, is what that kind of indicates to me. Now, it's getting awkward. I don't really want to just run into Withering Wail. So I think I want to hold on to my duo so I can hit it with Protector. I'm okay with running these Shadow Assassins out. We still don't have any reason to bank spell mana, and if we get an Omen Hawk trade for this thing, whatever. These are beyond doing anything.
Fight for one Freljord!
They cannot hide.
Okay, we'll have to slow it down just a bit. Fine.
A chill in the air.
Sure. How do we want to approach this? I think I want to just get the rest of my elusives online. But yeah, let's do this. My big worry here is getting hit with Ruination. I'm okay with doing this. If like what he wants to do with his mana is spend a Black Spear on this, I'm pretty sure we're okay with it. Okay, I'm not quite cool with just opening here. I want to get Hatchling online, and then this stuff is going to be kind of our second wave of things. I don't really want to commit much more to the board than this. And then these elusives are kind of what we would do afterwards. Oh shit, that's a 4-8. I should have attacked with both. That was bad. I thought that I was going to... I didn't realize this was boosted. That was bad. I should have attacked with both of my Pegasuses. That seems awfully ambitious. Well,
Silent as death.
okay. We can't get ruinated this turn, but we can next turn.
The Yordle here's with me.
The order rewards its faithful.
Ooh, and a deny. I was gonna say I can't bring myself to spend my mana on these units, but I can do it now. You grabbing lethal yet? So what do we have here? 11, 12, 13, 14, 20? So we can let this happen. Where are we at here? 5, 11, that was 14. I'm not going to do that. Hang on. Now I just have to boost one. If he has, like anything, if he has like a Vile Feast, it makes his play not work. Okay.
Hang on, Cern.
8, 10. Okay, so we have to stop there.
I will play my part.
I was getting a little ambitious on my mana too. I thought I could just play everything. I didn't realize I didn't have the spell mana banked up. That's okay. We're okay.
For the
Sure.
thrill of battle, my blade calls.
This one's trouble.
Interesting.
They cannot hide.
I've got all the spells, friend. Okay, good deal. Alright, I think that got us to Masters 3. Cool. Let's get one more in. It's hard to imagine that the Conspirator used to be a 3-2. the Lifeblade used to be a 2-3. These Elusives are so powerful. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't completely figured out my thoughts. Hang on here. Against the spider stack, we have to get rid of these. I think I can keep a Wayfinder. Don't want Lifeblade. I forget where that train of thought was going to go. Dude, this hand's gross.
Come closer.
Okay, there's nothing we can do about this stuff.
We could use a bite.
Still have a reasonable chance of racing them, although the big fear against these decks is them flipping Elise and targeting your Elusives with them.
Without a sound.
But there's nothing we can do about it. He might let us flip our Zed to just tackle our Elusives, but oh, fucking gross.
Poison.
Okay,
Full speed
we got
ahead.
problems this game, boys. This draw is just too awkward. I wasn't aware people played this card.
My true beauty.
I mean, he was good here, don't get me wrong, but in general, this guy's just a turd. But, I mean, we have the means to go super wide here. That was ambitious. So let's at least just get dudes on board. Well, we can't block if he doesn't want us to. I think we still want to play
Hands
this.
never hurt.
Oh, it is a great day for a reckoning. I guess we're really doing this.
So we gotta get a blocks where we can. My big worry here is getting hit by Darius. Like, we can survive all this, this isn't a huge deal, we're gonna lose our good units and that's fine. The big problem is the Darius that follows all this up with. Where are we at here? We're 100% doing this one. 6. I think we have to do this. We can't block here because she's fearsome. So what are we going to be doing next turn? We're gonna. This is okay, I guess. We're gonna have to Lifeblade next turn and play Omen off. But I have a feeling we're just gonna get hit with Darius. We were just a little bit too slow this game.
They cannot strike what they cannot see.
This can be enough to. Oh, he doesn't have the mana to flip. Okay.
Strike for the balance.
Might be enough, friend. Might be enough. Maybe not. He's gonna... Well... He's... 3... 12? We're exact he's dead. If he hooks our units way down here. That's not very clean. You want to be hooking with your ones, right? There you go, friend. There you go. What are you doing? You have lethal. Okay, then you're gonna do it that way. I don't think we have anything around this. Nope. Alright. But all in all, there's our 5 games. Not a bad run. We were right on the precipice of that game going much better. But all in all, pretty powerful. The swimstrim says this is an S tier deck, and I would assume that that's probably right. It's kind of one of these things to where, at least in Hearthstone, I have to equate this Masters ranking with just the numbers on it to be kind of like rank 5 to Masters, and you'll find a whole lot of just kind of random brews at the very bottom end of Diamond or Masters, whatever end, like it, because you can't drop out of Masters once you're here, so people just play a whole bunch of cute decks. It's kind of fun before you really get to that Masters grind to get to the ranked part. And we didn't really run into that. It could have been people that were just practicing with the different decks, but it felt pretty easy up to that part, and that last game felt a lot closer than it should have been. But we'll stop it there. We got our 5 games in. This is Free to Play Bust. Hope you enjoyed the games, and I thank you for watching.